What's going on, people? It's Play Sports TV. We back with another one of them things. We got to get into it, man. We got breaking news in the NBA. CJ McCollum traded to the New Orleans Pelicans. Let's continue this story, man. This is huge, man. Zion Williamson, there's no excuses. There's no excuses.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
Yeah, what's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV, man. We back with another one of them things, man. Like I said, breaking news in the NBA, man. Again, man. This is some real deal shit right now, man. Like I said, I just wanted to double back on this. Zion Williamson, like I said, he hasn't really had much reason to sit courtside on the bench, but like I said, it's no reason now that he can't sit his ass on the bench and accompany his team, because like I said, this is a very good team. I apologize for the audio muffling that was going on before. Hopefully, let me know if our connection is much better this go around. But I do want to let you know right now, man. This is serious right now. The Pelicans, man, they punched their ticket. They're gonna be a force in the Western Conference, man. Now how real, I don't know, but that 10th spot, man, is solid. I think that they can make a run and probably get deep on into the playoff picture. Shout out to Sky, shout out to Jessica, shout out to all the Pelicans fans that's been trying to tell people for months now, since the season started, that the Pelicans was going to be real. They was a much better team. A lot of people didn't want to hear what they had to say, including myself. I had to see some results. I think we're seeing the results that we wanted to see. The Pelicans, man, they're a force, man. I want to know, what does this CJ McCollum move do? Like I said, how does this affect Zion Williamson, his decision and his move? I think now Zion Williamson, he's got to be all in, with the Pelicans. You can't come out now and request a trade and fuck up things and mess up the apple cart. You can't do that. It just can't happen now, because the Pelicans gave you no reason to. Let me tell you something right now. The pairing between CJ and Brandon Ingram is going to be deadly. I'm telling you, they're going to show up that perimeter. It says, you think Zion coming back this season? I think so, man. You got to come back this season. Shout out my man Dom. Everybody go support Dom Vitti in this channel. He says, yeah, man, this wild. I think it's tough. I think Zion Williamson, he is 50-50. I think obviously the injuries, but another thing, I think Zion was a little disinterested in the whole situation going on out here in New Orleans. You can see clearly he was disinterested. The man wasn't there. He only came to sit on the bench for some Knicks games, and that was to see RJ and his guys. But I think now you can't really come out and request a trade to the New York Knicks, to the Hornets, to anywhere right now. He's got to go step on the floor and try to see this thing through. I think that's most important right now. Zion has to see this thing through with a healthy BI, with a healthy CJ. Everything is intact right now. You got my man Jonas Valanciunas out there. You got some pieces still on this roster. You didn't do nothing with Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes is still there. This team is loaded. You understand? The Pelicans, they just need, and mind you, Willie Green has got these guys playing inspired basketball. I think he's a guy that nobody gives him credit. But Willie Green has done a good job. He done made apples out of oranges. You understand? Made a messed up situation and turned it good. Willie Green easily should have been at the bottom of the pulpit, because that's where it looked like the Pelicans were headed to start this season. They've somehow leapfrogged and turned their whole season and fortunes around, on the back of not Zion Williamson, without Zion Williamson, on the back of Brandon Ingram and Willie Green and an inspired group of guys. You understand? Some of these dudes wasn't even drafted. Some of these guys just got picked up. and these guys are doing the best that they can. It says 2022. Yeah, somebody just hit me up talking about the trade deadline is heating up. You damn right. This shit, motherfuckers got to make moves. What other moves do you see? But like I said, Zion Williamson got to come back and get this team to the playoffs. And let's say they do make the playoffs, Zion Williamson got to get their ass further along in there to make them even more of a dangerous force. People need to be afraid of Brandon Ingram, C.J. McCollum, and Zion Williamson. Bo says, I'll say no for him. Why are you going to say no that he's not going to play? We don't know yet. We don't know the severity of his injuries. This guy, I don't know what the hell he's dealing with now, because Zion Williamson every fucking second is something. So I don't know what's the latest injury that's got him sidelined this time. But bottom line is, he's got to get back, man. This team is sitting here waiting for you. And I think Brandon Ingram, he's got the utmost confidence in his abilities. Brandon Ingram don't give a shit if Zion come back or not. And that's the kind of mentality you got to have. And we all know Brandon Ingram. A lot of us who follow us and like I said, who watch us, we've been watching Brandon Ingram ever since Lonzo came in the league. You understand? So we know Brandon Ingram game inside and out. You understand? Brandon Ingram has improved his game. And like I said, if Zion don't come back and show some type of leadership and maturity, I think this team is behind Brandon Ingram 100%. And I don't think Zion's return is going to change that. Shout out to Chaz. He said, such an intriguing trade. This has the wow factor. It definitely do have the wow factor. Like I said, this thing, we don't really know, but I'm telling you, this thing could get deadly, because now you got a situation where Zion could eat in the paint now. Where you doubling? You going to double off who? Who you doubling off of now? And then you don't know who else they're going to put around these guys. The complementary pieces. They got some shooting. Like I said, they got a lot of names that you don't know of. The Herb Joneses, the Alvarados, some of these guys could space the floor for this team. And mind you, C.J. McCollum, come on, give him the ball, get the hell out the way. This guy is me personally, I think C.J. could be a number one option for a team. I wanted the Knicks to get C.J. You heard C.J. name all over the damn place. And it don't look like it took much to get him. It seemed like there was more caught up with first rounders than actual compensation in terms of players. And the New York Knicks, they're not going to give you that kind of draft compensation. Like, they want a multiple first rounders, seconds, all kind of hell. Nah, come on. Stop this. We're going to give you a few players and let's make the deal happen. But it seemed like that's what they wanted. And which leads me to believe, how you I don't want to hear that shit. What are you going to come to him with? Hey, man, we got to kill Alexander Walker, man. What's up? I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? Damian Lillard is on the verge of losing his fucking mind. And can you blame him? And his trade request will be, it's going to be cool, because nobody's going to trip. They know that they doing him filthy up there. They know it's a filthy situation being done up there to this guy up there in Portland. And mind you, they're not feeling Chauncey Billups. And this is karma for Chauncey Billups. I'm gonna tell you something that Chauncey did. That's why the players is trading on him. I'm gonna remind y'all something that Chauncey, he did some real sucker shit. He threw Carmelo Anthony under the bus. This is why players don't respect Chauncey Billups, y'all. Hear me out. Carmelo Anthony was fighting to get into the NBA, fighting like hell. He had media, all these people shitting on him, trying to show why he shouldn't make the league. He shouldn't do this. He shouldn't do that. Carmelo Anthony, I'm telling you, this guy, Chauncey, mind you, Chauncey played with Melo. You understand? Been in the trenches, went to the conference finals, went to the locker room. I'm talking about just shit behind the scenes. This dude went on national television and threw Carmelo Anthony under the bus when this man was fighting desperately to get back in the league. Chauncey Billups went. Mind you, this is your former teammate, ladies and gentlemen. It don't get no worse than this, y'all. This is what's happening to Chauncey. This is when the chickens come home to roost for Chauncey. You understand? Chauncey, he did not honor when it comes down to player for player. He had no loyalty to his teammate. Now, he went to war with probably arguably one of your best teammates that you had, you understand, in your career. And you shitted on him like that when he was trying to get in the league. And when Melo got in the league, he proved that they made a mistake. He should have been in the NBA. Chauncey Billups fucked over Carmelo Anthony. It was no reason why Carmelo was on his way out the door once he found out Chauncey was going to be the coach of that team. Melo was never going to be coached by Chauncey Billups. And mind you, Melo done told these fools what's up. Why you think all of this shit is crumbling up there in Portland? They done hired the wrong motherfucker, and that's all she wrote now. They are not going to get behind Chauncey Billups for the shit he did to Carmelo Anthony. And I'm telling you, Damian Lillard do not believe in this guy. Carmelo Anthony and Damian Lillard are tight. You understand? They know why Melo left. So I'm just here to tell you, that's what's going on in Portland right now. There's a lot of politics. They got the wrong hire. You understand? There's a lot of politics going on up there in Portland in that whole entire situation. But nonetheless, man, Brandon Ingram is the truth. And like I said, Zion Williamson got to come back here and just fit in. He don't got to come back in and think, I need to take over. I need to do this. Just come in and be a factor. You know, that's all you got. Just be dominant around the rim. I think that's all we can ask for Zion Williamson, because your perimeter play is deadly now. You got CJ, you got B. I mean, damn, what more you want? You know, so I mean, at this point, just come back here and do your thing. So I think Dame out of there at the deadline. I don't know at the deadline. I can see something happening this summer, because it looks like the Pelicans going to leapfrog them in that playoff picture, because they've already been there. It looked like the Pelicans have shored up some moves and made sure they stay there. You know, a lot of teams are just comfortable. Like Portland been comfortable for years. They never decided to make a move or pull a trigger on something for whatever reason. But I mean, it is what it is. It's over. The Portland run is over. They had some success. You know, remember, they went to the conference finals. They lost. They lost to the Golden State Warriors. So their run was over a few years ago. It's just they continued and continuously tried. They're undersized. They did the best they could. They would have needed one of those guys that they drafted, like a Nurkic, or not even drafted, just people like him. They would have needed those guys to blossom into something in order for them to propel themselves, and they never really got that. Rodney Hood in Portland never really materialized into what they thought he was going to be. Nurkic never. He broke his leg. You feel? I think Nurkic was the guy who could have been that third option in Portland that was going to take him over the hump. But Nurkic broke his leg. It kind of fucked up his whole trajectory. Not to say Nurkic is a bad player, but Nurkic could have been a superstar, an all-star big man. Let me say that. Nurkic could have easily been an all-star big man in Portland. But things that went south. Shit in Portland did not go scheduled as planned. You know, but nonetheless, man, we find ourselves in this situation where the Blazers make a idiotic trade and give up Dame. I think it's going to cost them their whole entire gave up CJ. It's going to cost them everything, you know, because how do you go to Damian Lillard now with this? How do you justify this? What do you say? How do you explain this? How do you smooth this over? There's no way, you know. Besides, it's rebuild time, and I think my man Chauncey Billups is fighting for that to get a rebuild going in Portland, because he know that they not believing in him. I think that Chauncey is smart enough to see that he don't have the locker room. He lost that a long time ago. He could kiss the locker room goodbye. Now it's all about trying to reshape this whole team, organization. How is Chauncey going to get control of this goddamn basketball team? You got to move out these veterans. Chauncey, his word ain't shit while Damian Lillard is there. Or CJ. They got CJ out. Dame is next. And it's all about control. All about control up there in Portland. They never bought into that guy. They never bought into Chauncey. So Chauncey got to get these guys to believe in him. He's safe. Chauncey said he probably won't be on the hot seat till maybe next year. They just hired this dude. And mind you, they about to go for a rebuild. Pelicans won the trade. Oh, hell no. Pelicans didn't win the trade. I thought you meant the Blazers won the trade. Yeah, the Blazers, it ain't even up for discussion now. They lost. You know, I don't see how the move was made. You know, it don't make sense. It don't make any sense for the Portland Trailblazers to do this. But other than a rebuild. If you're not rebuilding, this makes absolutely no sense. We got Dom in the building. What's good, Dom?
What's up, Flay? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. We got breaking news in the NBA. You know, what's your thoughts on this situation, man?
So I put it in the chat, man. This is big picture wise. This is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you said, Dame. We both agree that Dame is out of there. But I think Dame might be out of there at the deadline. I know that's a bold statement. I don't have no facts to back it up. The only thing that I can say is they cleared enough cap space to make a major move. And right now, the way it's looking, they obviously not building for the playoffs. If they trade Dame now, get rid of him. And look, this is wild to say, but if they come up off of him and get a Russell Westbrook in
Oh
return,
Lord,
they can get him
Lord
off the
now.
books next year. They can get him off the books next year and then really start the rebuild. You know what I mean? There's a
Yes.
couple of hot prospects in the draft. Portland can really, pick up somebody nice. And look, Dame, obviously, he wants out. You know what I mean? He's not coming
Oh,
back to
that's
this.
obvious.
Look at the situation. He's not coming back to this. And the only obvious move to me for Dame right now is Philly or LA, based off of what people need. But that's just my opinion. That's a dark horse type of prediction.
Yeah, I think Dame is. I think that's in the bag now. Dame is out. What's your thoughts on the whole situation, the dynamic with my man, Bi, Zion, and CJ? How do you see all three of their talents just blending? How's that fit look for you?
I think when I really look at it, honestly, I think it's gonna be solid. It's gonna be solid. I don't know if I can see anything past the second round, but it depends on if Zion Williamson comes back. Right now, it just looks like he's uninvested, and obviously we're not there. We're not sitting with him in the locker room in the training facility, seeing what that rehab looks like. But if he's all in and he finally sees that David Griffin, which has been doing a terrible job up until this point, by the
Sir,
way,
I mean, I think he bought himself a year or two. What you think?
he saved his ass. If he wasn't, he's been on the hot seat in my
Yeah,
opinion
got
for the
him a
last
year
2
or two.
years. Hey, that boy was he was making deals behind the scenes. He had to, beside other than basketball, because this was his
Had to
job was on
make
the
this
line.
move. They had to come to Zion with something. Because I'm telling you,
Something.
Zion was on his way to lose it. I
And
think it was seconds away from a trade request. I think he catching it right on the money. Go ahead.
Real talk, Flight, like to piggyback off what you just said, I feel like he still might be out of there. He still might be putting in that trade request next season. He does he like playing with BI? That's my biggest question.
Listen, I'm telling you, man, that's a question. But now you got CJ there. I'm telling you, see, Zion just got to go in and dominate the paint now. A lot of people thought about Zion, his shooting, and this and the third, and Zion just got to come now and just annihilate the paint. Just annihilate. You understand? Because I'm telling you, CJ and BI, they got the perimeter. They got that. I'm telling you, I think CJ is me personally. I think he could be a number one option for a bad team. So coming here, I think he's going to be in a different role than he was in Portland. You're not the number one. You're not the number two.
Right.
Well, when Zion get back, he won't be. So I think he'll be more of that number three role.
Right.
And I think that's going to be beneficial. For him in the long run.
Man, don't jump on the bandwagon now.
What you mean don't jump on the bandwagon?
Don't jump on the
bandwagon.
No. But
I'm a
hold on.
Pelicans fan, man. I'm fucking with the Pelicans.
Hey, but check out their starting five though.
I told y'all.
Hey, Skyler, check out their starting five though. Like, check it out. Well, at least top four, right? You know what I mean? They got Valanciunas at the 5. That boy can hit some threes. They got Zion at the 4. He came in the league averaging 22 plus. They got BI. He was an all-star last year. CJ McCollum has been an all-star. I mean, these are 4 dudes that can give you 20 every single game. You know what I'm saying?
And you still can't forget we got Jackson Hayes we could put at the 4 too.
You know what I'm saying?
He been killing them at the 4. He been giving 20 the past
Jackson
2 games.
Hayes is real, Sky. I'm
you know
with
what I'm saying? Like they could easily make it to the second round, in my opinion. Past second round, let's just keep it real. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? But it's looking good. David Griffin saved his ass, and they started 4. It's looking solid. We can't deny that.
Yeah, check this out. We could put Herb at the 2. Oh man, we long out there. We young and long.
And I don't think
Herb Jones. Yeah, you've been on Herb Jones for a minute. You've been telling us about him.
I told y'all, man. I watch the play, man. I don't watch the play.
And I don't think y'all done. I think I think y'all got a couple more moves to make.
A couple
Look,
more
I don't want
moves.
y'all to come up off Jackson Hayes, but I feel like David
Nah, we
Griffin
ain't
is
coming up
fighting for
off
his
him.
life.
We already
Nah,
said
yeah, they got
that.
to keep Hayes. I like how y'all kept y'all team intact though with this move.
Right.
Y'all didn't lose your minds. You know, give up every damn thing. You know, y'all gave up
David
some dead
Griffin.
weight. To be honest with you.
Nah,
He on the hot seat.
I think Josh Hart. We could have
Yeah,
finessed
I
him.
think Hart's the only one. But y'all needed that to get the deal working. 'Cause I think Hart is gonna be his replacement in Portland. You heard?
I would rather give him Temple though.
Well, I
But
mean, come on, you got to
We
make you
got
giving
all
up.
saying
You
around. We
my
traded
got
for
all
question
saying
is,
CJ. You got to give
around.
up something.
my question is,
Y'all
who's your
still
point
robbed
guard
them.
though?
Y'all
Who is your
robbed them.
point guard? Like
Nah, we
who's
ain't
facilitating the
robbing.
offense?
Now y'all robbed Portland. I ain't checked
Man,
the picks, but I mean in the players, I think. Come on, CJ is 30 times better than Hart, and whatever Nikhil Ever's going to become. Okay, so I'm just saying they're not going to be a CJ. CJ is a scorer, man. I know he never made the All-Star team, but dude can put up 40. He's a fourth quarter closer. You understand? CJ is a whole lot.
But my question to both of y'all is, who's running that offense? Who's
Man,
facilitating?
it's gonna be Brandon Ingram.
man, and we got Jose. Man, we still got Jose coming
I
off the
like
bench.
that dude, Alvarado, right? That's my dude.
We loaded over here,
Yo,
man.
and
We coming for
they
that
believe in
16,
Brandon
dog.
Ingram, though. Yo,
Huh?
Brandon Ingram is the leader of this team. What you think
Oh
about
yeah,
that, Sky?
yeah.
Yo, he
Brandon
got the
Ingram.
locker room.
Man, Zion could come back and Brandon Ingram still running that team, man.
I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Brandon Ingram got that squad. You know, so I just almost like, hopefully that's not a fuck up in the long run. Where he come back and B.I. got the whole entire locker room and Zion just trying to squeeze his ass in. You know, hopefully it don't come down to that.
Man, push come to shove. If Zion don't want to get on board, man, we know we could get 5 picks for him. Easy.
Ooh, don't
And
do that
another
though.
player.
This is a 5 pick. You get 5, you get it all. Or you get a haul for
Y'all gonna
Zion.
need Zion.
What?
They ain't gonna trade Zion unless they back their ass in the corner. This move right here
Right.
is a move to keep Zion.
We look the way Jackson Hayes playing right now, dog. We don't need him.
I don't know, man. Zion.
Man, you watch the past few games, you ain't saw man Jackson Hayes on top of their head, man. He on top of their head.
Hey,
Any
Zion.
Now, yo,
more
Jackson Hayes,
any more available, dog?
Sideshow Jax. Now I like
Listen.
Jackson Hayes. I like the whole Pelicans, to be honest with you. I watched all of them for 2 years. You understand? So I know the team. You know, I know what's going on. All I know, we just waiting out to hear when Zion gonna be medically cleared. I think
Man,
that could be. I
Man,
think
I
that's
already
gonna
told
happen.
y'all, man, that dude coming back after the All-Star game.
Yo, he coming
man.
Oh, you
back.
think so?
I think. Go ahead.
No, you think so? I was listening.
Man, I know so. He posted on his Instagram post with him dribbling the ball up court on the Pelican sign, man.
He is looking nice.
No, that was an old picture. He ain't posting nothing recent. They just post, like that. Welcome back, like I'm coming, like one of them posts.
I saw that, yeah, and he had the Pelicans gear on, so it's like it leads you to believe that he is all in with the Pelicans. Don't nobody really know how he feeling because he ain't really said nothing. Everybody just speculating, including myself. Don't nobody really know, what's really happening. But we do know that they just made a move.
Man, we gotta thank Willie Green, man.
Yes,
Willie Green
Green
making the
changing
move.
this.
Yeah, that it's not CJ. I think if we got Stan Van Gundy, CJ ain't coming here. That's Willie Green, man. Willie Green pulling them players in there.
You ain't giving David Griffin no credit.
Nah, we know that it ain't David Griffin. We know it. You got to look at the team and the coach who you gonna be playing for before anything. You ain't gonna go to a coach that ain't gonna give you no play time. Come on, man. Ain't no friendly coach. Nah, nobody ain't playing for him.
Nah, Willie Green is definitely the right coach, man. They made a great hire with Willie Green. I think. Okay.
They didn't want to play for Stan. They gave up on.
No, they was done with him.
Yeah, they gave up on him.
Yeah, this a major move. I'm just happy that this is the first move. Can you agree with me with this, guys? This is the first winning move by David Griffin since Zion has been here.
Yeah, since with David Griffin, yeah.
Yeah, the first
And the
winning
first
move.
when we made that cousin move.
That was a win. That was a winning play. That's been a while since y'all made a move.
Yeah, that was
resulted
Dale.
in
That was
winning.
Dale Demps though. That was Dale Demps though.
Yeah,
Made that.
Demps did that. I'm not even gonna give him the Lonzo Ball and all of that trade because that trade was set up by Dale Demps. You know, he just came in and just did it. So I'm not even gonna go with that because they did get Brandon Ingram out that
He got
deal.
something extra. He got an extra pick out of him for that though. They were trying to give Dale Demps one less extra pick, so he got an extra pick out of him. That's what he did.
It was give and take because y'all could have got the extra pick, but he was gonna get all the players. He was gonna get Kuzma, everybody, Zubac, Hart, everybody. Dale Demps could have got all of them.
Hey, real quick, because I'm about to be out of here. Hey, look, this is my bold prediction. I think by the end of the trade deadline, Damian Lillard is out of the Portland jersey. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Listen, by the trade deadline, okay, I'm with you all the deadline. I think because since the injury, I think it could be a holdup. Because teams might get pretty with him. Like, hey, we giving you all of that.
Man, Damian Lillard ain't going nowhere. They about to build around him, man.
Nah, it's over. He gone.
He gonna leave? He gotta want to leave. He gotta want to leave.
He want to leave.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I see what they doing though. They done piled up on so many picks. Them people might be dangerous next year, depending on what they gonna go get. They gonna dish them picks out. They got a lot of picks.
The draft is loaded, bro. I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying.
And Portland about to eat up in the draft, and then it's on in Portland with these new up and coming kids. But Dame is gone, man. He gonna go get his championship. I'm telling y'all right now, whether it's at the trade deadline,
so who
Thursday
gonna go
or
get?
End of the season, he gone. I'll leave it at that.
But this the question I have for you: how y'all gonna facilitate him to the Lakers?
The contracts match up now. Now they got the cap space in the room. Once they cleared the books. They getting rid of all their players on the books that was killing the books right now.
I know they was
shout out to
gonna
Tumblr.
get franchise, but who they gonna give? Who they gonna get off to give the Lakers Damian? Who they gonna get off?
You know who they gonna get off? It's that one man that's playing terrible that is in his last year's contract next year.
Russell Bowman's Westbrook.
Russ ain't in his last year. Huh?
Westbrook cannot go out like this.
They could buy him out next year. That's
no, but seriously, Dom. I mean, don't you think Westbrook should contemplate retirement? Because I mean, seriously, why you gonna go out like this?
He has no choice. He's ruining his career right now.
Don't go out. I ain't going out like that. I'm just gonna hang it up. It's time.
The perception of Russ right now is terrible, bro. He gotta take control of the narrative. He gotta be open to a trade, buyout, retirement. Something, but look, Dame is out of there. I'm gonna let y'all go.
You better get the hell out of away from LeBron. So he said, Woj reporting that they building around them. They got all these picks for a deal. That's what my man TRMB is talking about. Woj reported they're going after a starter pair with Dame. I don't see how that's happening. I'm gonna have to look into that story. You might have some validity to that.
That's a possibility, but I don't see it. But I'm gonna holler at
y'all. That's a home run. All right, bro. That's a home run. You understand what you're talking right now? I don't see a home run happening. But Sky, man, how excited are you about your team, though?
Hold on.
Like I said, we're gonna get into my guys from the Pelicans. Shout out to Jessica. Shout out to everybody rocking with them Pelicans. Man, they making major moves out right now in the NBA. The Pelicans is gonna be a force. When Zion Williamson says, "I am medically cleared," it's on and popping. It's about to be all she wrote. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it's going down. Since they're not getting a star for them. No, I said, how excited are you about your team?
I've been excited. You know that. I ain't just jump on the bandwagon because of a move. You know that.
You did have hope the whole time, even when it was shitty. You said, no, listen, they can get to that 10th spot. They get to that 10th spot, and they're there. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't believe it. I thought you was just you were just hoping and wishing.
Let me tell you, man. I'm still standing on my 6 seed. We gonna be the 6 seed.
Now you're taking it a step further, the 6 seed. And listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. The way this team is playing right now, Scott, you can't put nothing past them.
Man, we 4 games from the 6 seed. You know that.
I'm watching how BI got these dudes. You know, Brandon Ingram got them dudes playing inspired basketball. It's like he never showed this leadership before, in my opinion. I think this is good for him that everybody's separating. You got to get away from Lonzo. You got to get away from Josh Hart because it's almost like those are the people you came up with. I think it's time for everybody to see what they're doing on their own. It seems like they were all attached by the hip. And I like what Lonzo was doing here in Chicago, blossoming. You know, Brandon Ingram is in New Orleans. Let him do his thing. You know, Josh Hart is headed out to Portland. You know, I think for an increased role. You know, so let's see what happens. I think he's gonna get a good
Man,
look out there. So I want to
man,
see how these dudes all shake out individually. They're too
we 4
attached to the hit.
games.
I don't think there's any other players like that in the
We
NBA. With
4
Hart,
games out of
Lonzo,
6.
Zubac, they all just attached. Go ahead. Even Kuz to a certain extent.
Listen, what I'm telling you, Flight. We 4 games out of 6. Today, we gonna beat the Rockets. Hopefully, Denver lose. We'll be 3. We about to walk it down, bro. I'm telling you, we walking that down, dog. We walking that 6 seed down.
You confident in that 6 seed?
Yeah, I told you. Ain't I say the Blazers was coming out of there? I told you, man.
Nah, man, the Blazers look like they throwing in the towel.
I'm talking about when the season first started, man. I told you the Blazers coming out there, man.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, they was gonna be one of them teams.
I told you. They already had hit their highest peak, you hear me? When they made it to that conference, you hear me, and lost. That's the highest they could go. What they was lacking was a big man, and they turned around and they didn't even get that. It was over with for them.
Yeah, you're right about that, Scott, man. It's wild
Yeah.
out here with these Pelicans, man.
Yeah,
What about Brandon Ingram making that All-Star team? You think y'all ride with that?
He don't feel like he got robbed. He said he focused on winning, making the playoff. He ain't worrying about no All-Star team. He said he won't play in the playoff. He never played in the playoff game. That's when you're a winner. You say stuff like that. You making the All-Star game and can't win. Come on, man.
Yeah, you're right, man. The All-Star team, man, is something tricky, man.
Yeah.
It's definitely about to go down. But but Scott, we're gonna pick this conversation up later on tonight. I got a
All
lot
right.
more to unpack. But you off today?
Yeah, you know I'm off.
Yeah.
Get
Get back with me around after 3:00. We're gonna unpack this. I got a whole lot of shit to say about everybody, Griffin and everybody. So holla at me,
All right.
Scott.
I'll holler at your flight, baby.
All right, bro.